Okay, so we're now at the next stage, which is measuring out the appropriate amount of herb to then fill with oil, which will then go solarize out on the decks. How much oil is really up to you. Kind of an herbalist rule is about a third. My goal here is going to be about 250 grams to 260 grams, which is a little over half a pound per jar, which will then get filled with the rest of the gallon with oil. So I have a scale here. It's just a relatively inexpensive tabletop scale. And then our jars, which I think these gallon jars you can find at like brewer's supplies. I'm going to be measuring out the grams into the jar. So that's about it. Now, it's lofted up and that's fine. When I shake it, it'll be, it looks like roughly a half. If you really compacted it, it probably would be about a third. But I want it nice and lofty because I want as much of this exposed, surface area exposed to the oil as possible. All right, so now I'm gonna do that about 80 more times and then we'll get to the oil filling. All right, see you in the next step.
So if you've been following this series, you'll know that in each step, it's fairly tedious. There's a lot of work. I mean, the harvesting, the chopping, and in this, the weighing and measuring. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of steps when you work at this scale. I wasn't kidding. I did this 80 times, 80 jars, and it takes a minute. You have to enjoy it. You have to like the precision. You have to like repetitive tasks, basically. And I found that I did, and I'm fine with this kind of work. Now, something that I also want to point out is that this is an extraction, so it's like a tea. And you can make extractions in water, which is a tea, in alcohol, which is a tincture, and in oil, which is just an oil-based extraction. So this is not an essential oil. This is an oil extraction, or an oil that's been infused with the plant material. So the next step, I'll fill it with oil and then we'll put it out on the platforms. But I'll show you that next time. All right, my friends, ciao.